count time. You know, a lot of people wonder, how the hell you got out of jail after you served 31 years in prison? I tell you how. I kept my mouth shut and I played by the code of the streets. Facts, public records. Look it up. Tune in to the Suave podcast and you see how I got out of jail. Right? But let me say this. Not everybody's lucky. Because not everybody's willing to play by the code of the streets. I went to prison at the age of 17 with a life sentence. And the only reason I ended up in prison was because I didn't cooperate with the police. So they gave me the case for something I ain't do. I get to prison, you know, after my first 6 years of wilding out. I end up in solitary confinement. Another lifer showed me how to read and write. So I started studying my case. I started finding loopholes. I started reading, discovering my case and statements that other people gave against me. The same person that committed the crime in my case gave a statement against me. So, you know, I learned law. Went to the library while everybody was playing basketball, checkers, you know, all the games that the prison gives you so they can make you forget that you locked up. I didn't engage in none of that. The only thing I did when I was in prison, I learned law, educated myself, painted, and wrote books. Because you need money to get out of jail. So I started putting petitions to the court. You know, different issues that took place in my case. For example, one of the witnesses in my case said that the crime happened on this day, when the crime really happened in a different day. You know, those are little issues that got me back in court. Issues such as why the judge never read me a colloquy. And a colloquy is when the judge gives you a thorough rundown just to make sure that you understand the procedures in the courtroom. I was never given none of that. I was never certified as an adult. I was just taking the trial and given a life sentence. And then on top of that, you know, I had 3 United States Supreme Court decisions. Mullers versus Alabama. You know, Simmons case in Florida, which all led to the mentality and capacity of a juvenile. So in 2012, the United States Supreme Court said you cannot keep a juvenile in prison for life. You got to give them a chance to rehabilitation. But due to the Philadelphia District Attorney at the time, Steph Williams, he appealed the decision. I had to wait 5 more years to get out of jail. We appealed the decision again. We went back to the United States Supreme Court, and we got it. In 2017, I went back to court, and I was given time served. That's how I beat a life sentence. I walked out of jail November 20th, 2017, as the only lifer in the state of Pennsylvania to walk out the prison that day. You know, so to all the young boys out there, if you want to be in the game, just know that the game comes with consequences. You know, I could have got out of jail in 5 years because that was the deal that they was giving me. But like I said, I decided to play by the code of the streets. And it cost me 31 and a half years in the penitentiary. It's count time.